Into preparation for Missouri. It's a very good basketball team. We did some really good things here in Lexington to earn the victory. I think they're much improved, but I think we've improved too since then. Always tough to go on the road. They are well coached, really play hard, have a lot of weapons, and it'll be a real test for us. So we got to work hard to prepare and see if we can go over and earn what would be a fantastic victory if we could get it.
Questions?
How do they look different than they did just a couple weeks ago when you guys came in?
Well, I thought they looked good the night we won. We were very fortunate to win. They could have won the game. They just lost some real heartbreakers. You know, they lost to us by 2, and they've lost some real close ones. But they just play real together. They play very together. They play very hard. They have a lot of different ways. They've got a good inside game. They can certainly stretch you and make perimeter shots. So they have a lot of offensive weapons, and defensively, another. You know, they really try to scheme you and try to make you take shots they want you to take, and maybe not the shots you want to take. So you got to be real patient. And make sure you're taking good shots. But they just look like they're making progress in the way that they play and through their style of play, and they look really good right now.
Is McKenzie going to be available?
We think so. We hope so. So, you know, one thing that I found out about the flu, we all get flu shots, and even if you get it, it helps lessen the severity. So we're optimistic for her return. We think she'll be back.
Where are you with Jess Harden?
We are trying to progress her toward Monday. We would love to have her available Monday. Next step now is contact. So she's progressed through non-contact. So tomorrow morning when we take the floor, she'll be out there. She's looked really good.
Conditioning wise, will she be able to go if
It'll
she's
be tough. You know, I mean, there's no possibility that she is in tip-top shape just with all the time that she's missed. But, you know, she's a pretty fit kid, you know, just from when she showed up. You know, the Tridelts got her in check last year. They had a very rigorous training program evidently because she showed up in good shape. And so I think she'll get it back relatively quickly, but she is not tip-top shape right now.
Coach, in the game in Lexington, you all jumped out to a comfortable lead, and then Missouri made this furious comeback. Like you said, they almost won the game. How can you use that as kind of a teaching tool?
Well, we've used it. That was a great game for us at that period of the season, at that time of the season. But because it really made us, you know, we were trying to bring the team together and all the big issues and trying to get better. But you have to pay attention to late game situations. And so since that night, you know, that afternoon, whenever we played them, that was a good learning tool for us. And I think we've really worked on those things. We're much better at handling the press, and they pressed us there at the end. We turned it over, made some poor decisions. So I think we're improved on that. So that was a good night for us, and we learned a lot from that. The end of that game, you know, had a 12-point lead with a minute 45, and almost, you know, all went away. So we learned a lot from that.
How have you seen Jada progress just since the SEC started even?
Well, Jada's progressed a lot, just mentally. Trying to understand how hard she had to go. I just think you show up and you just think, hey, these things have worked all my life, and why aren't they working now? And so you go through this, it's almost like a little period of grief where you've got to go through feeling bad, sorry, because this stuff that you did in high school doesn't work now in the SEC. And once she got done, you know, once she understood what she had to do and how hard she had to bring it every day, that gave her gave her room for improvement once she got her mind right. And then she just worked out extra, worked hard. You know, our strength coach, John Spurlock's really done a good job trying to help her get out of starts and stops, just make her quicker. and she's worked hard at that. We've tried to pay attention to that during practice sessions. So it's just, you know, part mental, part physical, but she's, yeah, she has tremendous confidence. She has tremendous confidence in her ability, which is a double-edged sword. So sometimes that gets her in trouble. She tries to make plays that she is not quite ready to make, but it also leads her, she makes some plays that I sometimes don't think she's ready to make, and she goes and makes them anyway. So that little edge that she has is you know, a blessing for her right now, but you got to make sure that you keep that in proper perspective and just make the simple play. She needs to give us minutes where it is productive, and you know, the assists are high, the shots are made, people are giving her wide open shots, she's knocking those down. Got to stay away from the turnovers, and she's got to play better on defense. Last night we got in some situations where we can really teach her and I think help her improve defensively. But she's really contributing great and has gotten a lot better during the conference portion of our schedule.
Anything else?